Cancer, hello. It's been a while. It's good to be back. Okay, let's pull an inspiration image. Okay, as I was pre-shuffling this deck, images like this, where there's some sort of doppelganger or like doubling or twinning, kept coming out for you. So this is the same person, just in a different position in the space. There could be something here about sharing space with people who are very similar to you, or like looking at other people and seeing yourself. Thought I was gonna sneeze. Whew, okay. Oh wow, yeah. On the bottom of the deck, more doppelganger energy, so we'll definitely take that. Okay. What's going on here, Cancer? What is this doubling effect? Maybe this is talking about a particular friendship or relationship in your life where it feels like, you know, we're two peas in a pod. We're so similar. We're exactly the same. I don't know, something like that. You know, what's that song? Wherever we go, whatever we do, we're gonna go through it together. Okay. Let's look at your shape shift. The shape that Cancer is shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like at this time. Whoa, okay. That's a lot of energy. Yeah. Okay, I think it really is just these three that came out all at once, so I'll show you that in a moment here. We have Rage, which is a card that's been coming out. It came out for Taurus and I believe also for Gemini, so you might want to check those readings out. It seems that in this sequence, we're sort of, now that we're Taurus, Gemini to Cancer, we're starting to really elaborate on the story here and build out how these zodiac energies are moving us forward. But the shape you're shifting out of seems to be this Rage energy. The shape you're shifting into is Celebrate. And what that looks and feels like is this test. It says test here in the Poesis Oracle. So there's something actually really cool happening here with a transformation of fire. Rage is showing a volcano where there's just this like buildup of pressure and energy beneath the surface of the earth that has to somehow release. And it releases in this big boom or big explosion, big eruption of intense emotional energy. Maybe rage is the right word to apply to that for you, but it could be something else. What it feels like to me is just a buildup of intensity that's internal and that has to release and find its way out. And it's almost like it passes through the ring of fire, or the release of that energy feels to you like you're passing through the ring of fire. And out the other side, now the fire is this bonfire that you can connect with people over and dance around and celebrate. So I wonder about this connection to others and how your relationships are experiencing intense emotions or bringing out intense emotions. And then and of course this also really has to do with you, because in both of these parts of these photographs, it's the same person just projected into two different people. Same here. This is Cindy Sherman I think. I'm pretty sure that's Cindy Sherman, which is different wigs on. So it's like what you perceive as the other is also you. And that's part of the intensity of the ring of fire that you're passing through. And if you can maybe recognize that as you pass through that test or that intensity, it can lead to celebration on the other side and connectedness and togetherness with your friends and with your closest relationships. What's that about, Cancer? This reading is already a bit of a mystery. I wonder if there's just anything else we want to get, or if it's time to move on to clarifying. Okay, I think I got something useful here. I feel a little bit of some claustrophobic energy with the dynamics playing out in these cards. This one here, the two are sharing this domestic space together. They are trying to work together, work on projects, create things, exist in the domestic space, and it's all feeling a bit cramped or a bit close. Like, okay, we're all in this, trying to work in this space, and we're all sort of working on the same things, and maybe it's just a little too close, a little too much. Same here. It's sort of like this one is encroaching on this one's space, and then turns out they both come downstairs and they're wearing the exact same thing, and their hair is styled the same way. I don't know. There's a discomfort happening in these cards for me around sameness, which at first may have been something that actually brought you together. If I'm talking about a particular relationship, or just like relationship dynamics that are currently playing out, or maybe even like habitually play out in your life, where you're attracted to someone at first because of the similarities that you experience together, but then as time goes on, that sameness sort of evolves into like something a little unsettling. You're so similar that then like a lot of intensity starts building up between you, or the desire for similarity becomes almost like too much pressure that then has to get released somehow. And that's how it feels like it's passing through this ring of fire. But what's really nice is it's like in the Celebrate card, where there is actual togetherness and a sort of flowing dynamic between friends or between a close group of people. It feels a little like you're outside celebrating, and it feels more expansive than this sort of cramped inside space. So it's almost like the closeness or the sameness or whatever this is in this relationship dynamic becomes too intense, and it has to sort of come out. It has to reach a breaking point, or it has to maybe even erupt a little bit. There has to be some sort of perhaps trial or emotionally intense, energetically intense encounter before that intensity can be channeled into something worth celebrating, or something worth coming together around, something that actually brings more flow to the dynamic and allow, because I keep doing this, so I'm like, there's something here about the energy needs a little more space for it to circulate. And then when everyone has their own space, then you can join hands and you can connect in a group endeavor. But something needs to come out and be aired out, and it could feel a little like passing through the ring of fire. But it's that kind of rite of passage that will end up bringing things to a more balanced place on the other side. Okay, this is an interesting reading, Cancer. We're gonna dig into this a little deeper now and move on to the Dark Exact Tarot. Let's see what the Dark Exact has to say and look deeper into this dynamic. Okay, let's look at the Rage card, this explosion. Around relationships for you, perhaps. Okay, clarifying the Rage energy for Cancer. If you've enjoyed the first part of this reading, I invite you to explore the whole thing with me for a season over at the Shifting Space. This spring, 2022, I'm testing out this new space devoted to experiencing the shifts more viscerally in connection with other people for the course of an entire season. I'm inviting no more than 30 folks to join this cohort of original founding members of the Shifting Space. This is a chance for me and you to shape the kind of virtual space we want to be a part of for months and years to come. We'll experiment with bi-monthly movement meetups to feel how our bodies are shifting, a community chat space where we can dish on the shifts, and a podcast where we'll connect the dots of all the revelations we're having throughout the season. If this sounds like what you're into, join me at this early stage of the Shifting Space. It'll never be more affordable than it is right now. And as a reward for your input at these early days of the space, you'll keep your original member rate for life. So, come see what it's all about and watch the rest of your reading at unseenhandstarot.com.